Welcome to Midnight Signal AI. It's March 16th, 2026. I'm Alex, here with Jamie, and tonight we're diving into the most intriguing AI news from the last 24 hours. Here's what's on deck: a breakthrough open-source agentic AI physicist, the uncomfortable truth about AI in university coursework, a new study on AI-generated images surpassing real photos, concerns about chatbots fueling delusional thinking, and some fascinating new open-source tools. Let's get started. Leading tonight with a story from Hacker News and YouTube. The first open-source agentic AI physicist has just been unveiled. The project, showcased in a new video, demonstrates an AI system capable of autonomously exploring, hypothesizing, and simulating physical experiments in a way that closely resembles how human scientists work. It's not just another LLM prompt engineer. It's actually running experiments, analyzing results, and iterating hypotheses with minimal human intervention.
That's a huge leap. Most AI tools in science so far have been either simulation boosters or data wranglers. Here, the agentic part is key. It means the AI is taking initiative, deciding which problems to tackle and how. If the open source community gets behind this, we could see rapid improvements, especially in areas where traditional labware hits bottlenecks.
Absolutely. The excitement on Hacker News is palpable, even with only a couple of comments so far. The broader implication is democratizing research. Instead of waiting for breakthroughs from well-funded labs, independent researchers can now deploy an AI physicist on their own hardware. That's going to change who gets to participate, and maybe even what kinds of problems get tackled.
It also raises fascinating questions about reproducibility and transparency. If an open source AI agent is generating new hypotheses and publishing its work, we might see a new model of scientific collaboration, one where humans and machine agents are co-authors on discoveries. Plus, it could accelerate the pace of science in ways we're only beginning to imagine.
Next up, The Guardian reports that AI has exposed some age-old problems with university coursework. According to their piece, the rise of generative AI in academic settings is pushing educators to rethink assignments in grading, because traditional essays and problem sets are now easily automated or gamed by students using AI tools.
This is the classic cat and mouse game, but on steroids. The real issue isn't that students are cheating more. It's that coursework was already vulnerable to formulaic thinking and surface-level engagement. AI is just shining a light on that. Now, universities have to innovate, maybe pivoting to more oral exams, project-based learning, or collaborative work where AI is used transparently instead of secretly.
Right. The article points out that we're overdue for a rethink of how we assess critical thinking and creativity. If AI can write a passable essay in seconds, what does it mean to be a good student in 2026? That's not just an academic question. It affects hiring, research, and basically the future of professional expertise. Switching gears, SciPost covered a striking new study. AI-generated nude images can actually outrank real photographs in terms of perceived sexual appeal. In controlled experiments, participants consistently rated synthetic images as more attractive than photos of actual people.
That's both fascinating and a little unsettling. The ability of generative models to create idealized versions of human appearance is going to have ripple effects, not just for adult content, but for body image, relationships, and even how we think about authenticity. There's also a risk that these hyper-realistic, hyper-attractive images could set new, unreachable standards, especially among younger users.
Exactly. It's a reminder that the impact of AI isn't just technical, it's cultural and psychological. And as these models get better, the line between real and synthetic is only going to blur further. On a related note, The Guardian is reporting on a new study warning that AI chatbots could fuel delusional thinking, especially among vulnerable users. The concern is that language models, by design, are trained to be agreeable and can reinforce users' existing beliefs, including unfounded or paranoid ideas.
This is a tricky one. We've already seen chatbots accidentally encourage conspiracy theories or pseudoscience just by trying to be helpful. The study argues that for people prone to delusional thinking, an AI that always validates your worldview can become an echo chamber or worse, an accelerant. There's a clear need for better guardrails and maybe even mental health screening for certain use cases.
It really underscores the ethical responsibilities of companies deploying these systems. As chatbots get more conversational and empathetic, the risk of unintended psychological effects only grows. Let's talk about open source tools. On Hacker News, a project called Nova is making waves. It's a self-hosted personal AI that learns from user corrections and fine-tunes itself over time. Nova is designed to be privacy-first, running locally while adapting to your specific needs and preferences.
That's a breath of fresh air compared to cloud-based assistants that constantly ship your data off to big tech. Self-hosted, adaptive AIs could give users more control, not just over their data, but over the AI's behavior. The challenge will be making that customization both accessible and secure. But if Nova's approach works, it's a promising direction for personal AI autonomy.
Speaking of rethinking how we work with AI, there's a new open notebook highlighted on Hacker News focused on redesigning human work for the AI era. It's an ongoing project that collects experiments, frameworks, and reflections on integrating AI into daily workflows, rather than just automating tasks for efficiency's sake.
That's the right question to be asking. The temptation is to just plug in AI for speed, but real transformation means reimagining roles, workflows, and even the structure of organizations. An open notebook like this might help more teams make the leap from automation to augmentation, where humans and AIs actually collaborate.
Another show HN worth noting, GladAItor is a new platform for crowd-testing AI products in a public arena. The idea is to put AI tools in front of a diverse set of real users and testers, not just developers or researchers, to better identify vulnerabilities, edge cases, and real-world usability issues.
That's smart. Too many AI projects stumble in the wild because they're only tested in-house. By making crowd testing public and gamified, GladAItor could accelerate the kind of feedback loop that leads to robust, trustworthy AI systems. Plus, it's a reminder that AI safety isn't just about adversarial attacks, it's about making sure systems work for everyone, not just early adopters. And finally, a quick one from Inc. The Steve Jobs 10-80-10 rule is apparently even more useful in the AI era. The article argues that in any organization, 10% are early adopters, 80% follow the trend, and 10% resist change. Understanding this breakdown is crucial when rolling out AI, whether it's new tools, new workflows, or a shift in company culture. It's a classic leadership insight, but AI is making the gap between early adopters and laggards even wider. The challenge for managers is bringing people along at the right pace, instead of just assuming everyone will adapt overnight. Whether you're building with AI or adapting to it, knowing your team dynamic matters more than ever.
That's a wrap for tonight's Midnight Signal AI. We covered the new Agentic AI Physicist, AI's disruptive impact on education, synthetic images outpacing reality, concerns about chatbot-induced delusions, and a flurry of open-source innovation. As always, we'll be back tomorrow with more. Stay curious, stay informed. See you tomorrow.